Hello there. Once again, Santon from Anton Obey. Thank you so much for stopping by the collection room. Today we're taking a look at some comics. These are some odds and ends that I picked up recently, either in different lots or in the case of this True Love, I bought this at a flea market. I had seen this at a big flea market in a pile of comics, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool cover, but they wanted like $5 for it, and I was like, I'm not that interested. And then I ended up looking it up, and I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty desirable issue. It runs a pretty good chunk of money, about $300 for a 9.8 graded, and $30 to $50 for just an average issue. So I was like, well, man, if I ever get past Ruidoso again, I'm going to stop in and grab that. Well, it happened. I was able to. Ran in there real quick. They still had it even a month later, and the gal let me have it for $250. She just wrote it off for $250, and it's a cool cover. It's a Dave Stevens in 1989. This guy was tearing it up with Eclipse. And as far as anything else about it, I don't know a ton about it, other than just that it was a highly desirable Dave Stevens cover, and just a kind of a quirky comic book to begin with. Definitely has a vintage vibe to it. My receipts, I guess. I left it in there. Wrong Way to Happiness. Yeah, this art style is really nice, and the coloring work they did on this is great as well. I just love what they did. It looks like kind of your atypical romance stuff that you'd see from the 50s. I almost wonder if it's reprinted or if it's new art and animation. I'd have to probably look a little closer to find out some of that, but either way, it's done interesting. The coloring is just really what's knocking me out, because it just looks fantastic. Chained to my past. But the correspondence. The size of the panels is making me think, and maybe this is vintage reprinted stuff. I think Eclipse did that. They also took old characters and Women and the Comics. Back issues. Let's see. Maybe the front will tell us a little something. Looks like maybe some of this is reprints. And you know what? That's cool. I'm down with that. I'm looking to see, like, in there. Well, either way, it's a beautiful Dave Stevens cover. It's kind of funny that it's like so 80s, and the interior is so 50s. But anyway, it was one that the cover was what sold me on it, and then the fact that I could go back and get it for that, and that it was an actual highly desired book. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty excited to get that. Next up, I recently got a little stack of Cynder comics, and this was one like extra that was in it. This was Cynder and Nira. This is from Cynder Series 2, which I didn't even know there was a Series 2. I've never seen anything from it, but it's from Immortal Comics, or however they say that. I've never seen a blank cover inside. That's a little weird. This superhero is rocking a teddy bear. Let's see, 1996. Definitely looks like 1996. Cynder meets Nira. I was always intrigued by the Nira stuff. I haven't read a ton of it. I had a bunch of it. I always really liked, it wasn't like a super great figure, but they did make a Nira action figure from, what was the figure company that made it? Starts with an R. I can't remember. Anyway, they produced quite a few variants. So there was a lot of Nira figures out, and I still have at least one or two, all different colors and all different combinations. But it is nice to see Cynder being put out in full color. And it looks like it's done well. We get a big thing from somebody. That art looks terribly familiar, but it looks very good. Big pull out there. Agreed. Looks like they're fighting a big fly guy. Nira has an enormous gun. To be continued. Immortal words. Welcome to the newest issue of Cynder. Thanks for your continued support as a reader collector. We've been able to read full color books, full cool crossovers, name brand industry centerfolds, and alternate covers. So, yeah, this would be part of the wave 2, I guess. I did have a few of these. There wasn't that many, but and then again, the first run of Cynder only ran 3 issues, so that's a pretty cool crossover pin up there. That looks like more of the kind of original Cynder style art. Get the gold edition. Get yours. Limited to 2,000 copies. Adam Hughes cover. Adam Hughes, Gen 13. His work on Gen 13 is good. Anyway, that was one that came with out of the lot, and I didn't get it in that other video. So, and this came in a big lot of Gen 13 stuff that I picked up a while back. And if you're not familiar with Danger Girl, it's pretty cool. Basically 3 spies. One of them turns traitor eventually. And they had not a Sega Genesis. It was a PlayStation 1 game that was very reminiscent of Tomb Raider. And, well, it was a lot like Tomb Raider, but like more spy stuff. It's kind of hokey. It was very hokey. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It was right at the peak of cheesiness when like Bruce Campbell was doing stuff on TV all the time. And I just felt like there was a lot of similarities. Like I could just sense that whoever did this, I know it's J. Scott Campbell, but I couldn't help but think that like it was going on at the same time as so much of Bruce Campbell and the Sam Raimis were doing the same kind of cheesy, hokey stuff on TV that I felt some correlation there. But you got a giant horned baboon, jungle stuff. That's always fun. Jungle comedy. Also fun. The Danger Boys. Hup, hup, hup. Smashing. That's cute. She just instantly grow breasts? Okay, well, I guess that can happen in comics. Yes, it just does not take itself too seriously, and I love the art style. I actually, like, I've never come across anybody who actually dislikes J. Scott Campbell's art. But there is a few out there, probably in the same way that I don't like Barry Windsor Smith. There's some people that don't like J. Scott Campbell stuff. And then you get the Danger Girl on the backside. So it's a flip book. I did not even notice that. I always just saw this cover. I think I have seen this cover. So cliffhanger, Danger Girl Special 1. That's weird art. Screenplay by J. Scott Campbell, and who is doing the art here? Directed by Joe Cheeto. You gotta love Joe Cheeto stuff. I'm guessing that's who is doing the art, because this looks like Cheeto style art. Anyway, you gotta love the coloring on this stuff. It's just so, I don't know. It's got like a soft airbrushish type, I don't know, pastel tone. I don't know. It's just something that's really cool about it. If you were like, it's like you colored it with marshmallows and cotton candy. Once again, doing very hokey stuff, very tongue-in-cheek, and you gotta love comedy. I love comedy. Lighthearted, doesn't take itself too seriously, relies heavily on beautiful art. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's fun. That I do not like. Ugh. Oh, why did you do that? Look at that face. It's like a chihuahua with the bug eyes. You don't want that. Your typical Danger Girls. I think McFarlane made some excellent Danger Girl figures. Major Maxim. I had a Major Maxim for like years. It's a massive, cool figure. It came with big dioramas, everything like that. Anyway, so that's some of my side, my little extra pickups. The one I'm probably the happiest with was just getting this copy of True Love for the Dave Stevens cover. And yeah, so that's my story. That's what I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.